Are you looking to create a group coaching program? Creating my group coaching program was the best thing I ever did for my business. My income quadrupled in just over a year, and my clients were happier than ever. Stay tuned, and I'll share with you exactly how you can do it too. Creating a group coaching program was one of the best things I ever did for my business. Before I had the group coaching program, I was exhausted, overwhelmed. My revenues were up and down like a roller coaster. And creating a group coaching program was the thing. It was the magic bullet that I had been waiting for in my business. I'm not the only one that benefited from doing a group coaching program. In fact, my clients have also benefited a lot. And I remember when I was making that decision to switch from a one-on-one model to a group model, I was really worried about how my clients were going to take it. I thought that they would feel like I was taking something away from them, or that they wouldn't be able to get the kind of support that they'd always gotten. Now, the fears had a lot to do with how I approached moving to a group coaching model. So I want to allay those fears right here, right now, so that you don't have the same issues that I did. When you go into this, know that there's a magic that can get created in your group that you couldn't possibly deliver by yourself. This was something that blew me away and I wasn't expecting. Like I said, I thought that I was taking something away from my clients, when actually by creating a group, I was adding even more value to them. My group coaching program today, they help each other, they share best practices. In fact, I've been here filming all day, and just a little while ago, I saw a text come through in our group chat from one of our clients who was asking a question about what she should do on her website. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get to it all day, but like a few minutes ago, I checked back in and a whole bunch of people in our group had given all these great ideas, to the point where the original client who posted the question wrote, "I got my question answered. Thank you all so much." Boom. I didn't even have to touch it. So when you create a group coaching program, what you're creating is not only a community, but also a culture of people who can help each other, mastermind with each other, and support each other without your involvement. That's huge. That's part of creating a lifestyle business. So creating a group coaching program can really help you leverage your time and make more money, because it releases hours in your day, because you can start to work with multiple people at the same time. So there are 5 things you'll want to consider as you're designing and creating your group coaching program. The first is, how are you going to enroll people? Enrollment is the process of marketing your group coaching program and signing people up to be a part of it. So how you're going to enroll them involves things like, are you going to have open enrollment or closed enrollment? Open enrollment can sound really exciting and enticing, because the idea is that you always can sign people up to your program. If you meet somebody today, you can sign them up on Thursday. Whereas closed enrollment means that you only have specific times where you sign people up into your program. Now, I'm a big fan of closed enrollment, and I'll tell you why. It allows us to focus on marketing when we want to focus on marketing and sales, and it allows us to, once we close that enrollment period, to really just focus on delivering value to the clients we've just signed up. The other benefit of closed enrollment is that there's a natural deadline. When you say, all right, these are the periods that you can sign up, there's a beginning and an end, having that natural deadline introduces scarcity, introduces urgency, without doing it from a place that's kind of icky, right? When you've all experienced when there's artificial scarcity. When you go to a dealer and the guy says, "Oh, if you buy today, you can get this deal, but if you come back tomorrow, I can't guarantee it." Right? That doesn't feel good. But if you say, "Hey, the way we work is that we have open enrollment periods during these times, and then we close enrollment on these dates," people know that, hey, if they want to sign up, they have to sign up during those periods. And that creates that urgency and that scarcity without being icky. Another thing you'll want to think about is how you're going to enroll people into your events. What we do, and that I highly recommend, is we run retreats. We run a 3-day foundational retreat. And all of the sales that we try to make focus on that foundational program. And then from that foundational program, we offer our group coaching program. I think, and I've experienced, that it works really well to enroll people in a group coaching program after they've gotten some sort of result with you. In other words, maybe a 3-day retreat, boom, invite them into the group coaching program. Or if they've completed a virtual course or a short mini course or a seminar or a 1-day event or a half-day event or whatever it is that you've delivered value and they've connected with you and connected with each other too, that's the perfect opportunity to invite them into your group coaching program. The second thing you'll want to consider is the content. What's in your group coaching program? Now, obviously, there's some element of group coaching, which we'll get into in a moment, but also, is there a way to leverage your time even further by creating pre-recorded or pre-created content? Is there a curriculum that you want to deliver? Are there master classes on specific topics? Think about what kind of content you can put into the group, and maybe even have a membership site or an archive or a place where you continuously add content and gather content for your group coaching clients. Chances are, if you're a coach and you've been around a while, there's certain stuff that comes up again and again and again. If you can identify what those things are and pre-record it, you can create an amazing library of resources for your clients, which add even more value without taking up any of your time. The third thing to think about is, how are you going to create community? People often come to a group coaching program for the coaching and for the content, but they often stay for the community. So how can you foster a community in your group? How can you create a culture of best practices, of sharing best practices like I shared with you earlier? How can you foster for people to nurture relationships with each other? Some ways that you can do this, what we do is we have mastermind days. So in addition to the coaching that we do and the calls and the content, we have opportunities for people to come together and gather in person and share best practices. So once a quarter, we have a mastermind day. And the way that we do this logistically to make it easier is we tack on that mastermind day right before our foundational retreat. So 4 to 6 times a year, we have our foundational 3-day retreat, which is where we invite people to join our program. But the day before that 3-day retreat, we invite all our clients to come in for a mastermind day, and then we invite them to stay for the 3-day retreat. Now, the benefit of that is if they come for the mastermind day and they stay for the 3-day retreat, then that provides social proof of our program. They often give testimonials without even being asked. Just naturally, they're in our culture and they're sharing about our culture, and our new prospects are seeing all of this happen very organically. Another way to foster community is to have some sort of digital forum. Like we have a WhatsApp chat and a Facebook group. So having a place where people can post questions and connect with you and connect with each other goes a long way towards building that community. The fourth thing to think about is, how are you going to deliver the coaching? And when I say you, I mean the royal you, because you don't actually have to deliver all the coaching. You can, and that's what I did for the first 2.5 years of my group coaching program. And the way I did that was a variety of formats. The first was I did provide some one-on-one coaching in my group program. So every month or so, I would check in with each client. Another thing I created is something we call office hours, which a whole bunch of our clients use now. Office hours are periods during the month. They're usually a 2-hour window where I'll hop on Zoom and I'll just be there and field anybody who wants to hop on and ask questions. Recently, I've added the feature where people can book a 15-minute chunk during office hours, but I also have open space there for people to just hop on as needed. We call that fishbowl coaching because what happens is I'll be working with one client, but there might be other clients watching and participating, not participating as much as listening and noticing if this applies to them. Another thing that you can do, which is what I did about 2 years in, is to hire a coach. I had a client who'd been working with us for a year who really got what we were all about and loved it and believed in it and said, "Hey, Michelle, I'd really love to support you and maybe participate some way. Is there any way I can help you?" And I was thinking at this point, wow, I'm tired. Even though I've gone from a one-on-one to a group program, I still would love to release some more hours. Would you like to come in and do some coaching with us? And she said, sure. And one thing led to another. And now she does one-on-one calls with every single one of our clients every single month. And the purpose of that call is to touch in with them, connect with them, and see how they're doing. And if needed, escalate any issues up to me. The fifth thing you want to think about when you're creating your group coaching program is how to evolve and how to listen to your clients so that you can continue to meet their needs. It doesn't really work, I've tried, to create a program and stick to it and just say, here, this is it, my way or the highway. What really works is to listen to your clients and to receive their input and their insights and listen to what would add even more value. And also keep asking, we do this through survey every quarter, what are you not using? What is not serving you? What's not working so that we can get rid of it as we add more of the things that do work? If you're interested in exploring how we might be able to help you build and grow your group coaching program, then go ahead and click on the link below and sign up for a discovery call with one of my lead coaches. I promise you that it'll be the best investment of your time that you make all week. We'll help you get clarity and focus about what you're up to, what you're creating, and how and if we can support you in doing that. Enjoy.